Hey, thanks for coming to watch the video. Well, you know what? Over the past few days, it's been, I'd say even the past couple of weeks, it's been an emotional bit of a roller coaster. But in that time, I've had time to think as I have just kept myself quiet. And it's just been nice actually to listen to myself and not just listen to myself, but the intuition and knowing what the right thing is to do and just really going deep. And I suppose being around certain people, I put myself around my church family, and being around them, oh my gosh, I feel so blessed because I was able to find that inner peace that I have. It's always been there, but just needed to remind myself where it was coming from. And so over the weekend I spent time with these guys and it was amazing. I met this guy called EK, absolutely fantastic guy, and he wrote this poem, and I really wanted to do the video basically because this poem really touched me and I wanted to share it. So it basically says, someone is missing, is it you? That's the title. It says, you have a valuable part to play. You have a contribution to make, and without you, someone is missing. Without your input, something is missing. You are important, you are useful, you are necessary. And I was thinking about all these things and thinking, you know what? Sometimes we don't think that we're important, we don't think we're necessary, we think we're a nobody. And it's just so nice to know that actually you are missing, you are somebody that is needed. So it says, is your sound missing from the band? Are the helpers without your hands? Is your voice missing from the preachers? Are your fun lessons missing from the children? Is the media team missing your skills? Are the ushers and stewards missing your legs because you chose to sit still? Wow. Do you know what? Sometimes we do think that we don't need to do anything because someone else is already doing that role. But just keep listening because there's more coming. It says, are you missing? Is that why the toilet stinks? Is your heart for hospitality missing from those who make the drinks? Is your food missing from the buffet, from those delicious chicken livers? Is your money missing from those who are faithful givers? When I heard this, I was thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe. But at the same time, it made me think about this little lady that was at the well. And it made me think about the fact that she put 2 pennies in the contribution box, and people were mocking her because it was such a small contribution, and they were there handing wads of money and doing it really for show. Like, they weren't putting their all in, they're probably putting in their last, and they were doing it for the fact that they wanted gratitude and praise, I guess, from the people around them. But I think what happens is when you put something small in, it doesn't matter how small it is. It's just the fact that you are valuable no matter what you do. The smallest thing you do gives you a big heart. So just keep putting in the small things and you'll just carry on being amazing. Anyway, it says, are you doing nothing at all because you think your contribution is too small? Nothing's too small. It says, is your part missing from the body because you think you are a nobody? How many of us think that we're nobodies? It says, is your peace missing from the pack because you were hurt in the past? Are you playing your God original role that you were designed to do? Or are you trying to force your peace into a different hole? Are you in competition with somebody to score more goals? Are you seeing many people involved and think there is no need for me? Is there even space for me? Is this the right place for me? These are so many questions that we ask ourselves just because we're just not sure, or we want to sit down in our comfort zone. It says, can I really become all that I was created to be? I think yes, you can. If it's in your heart to do what you want to be, you will always be that person. It says, yes, there is a space for you. There is a place for you. There is a unique place for you, and no one can take it. But are you willing to commit? That is important. It says, either we find a place for you or we build a place for you. Even if someone else is already doing that role, that's okay. We need your unique point of view. In the midst of the crowd, in the midst of all the noise, you have a unique place. You have a unique voice. There's a piece missing. someone is missing, is it you? So are you going to be that person that is missing, or are you going to be that person that says, you know what, I have got something to share? It doesn't matter how big or small, or whether you think someone else is doing that role. You are important. And you know, all I wanted to do is do this video just so that I could share what I learned over the weekend and share it with others, just so that if you wanted to hear this, then you could also be no more of a missing piece. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to say is that someone said to me the other day, I want your peaceful life. And when they said that to me, I kind of laughed, because I was like, no way, my life is far from peaceful. But what I did realize is that it's not about your life not being peaceful. It's about the fact that you know where to go to find that inner peace. And I was in the right place with the right people, and that was what made me feel better and get back to where I am now. And so yeah, I feel energized, I feel blessed. And one thing that I will say to anyone, and this is something that was spoken to me before, and someone said to me, there's two things in life that you need to do. You need to love yourself first, but also respect people. And every time I think about this, it makes me smile, because this came from one of my neighbours from where I used to live in a different area. And I saw him on the street one day, and I was asking him a question, and he said to me, this is what you need to do: love yourself first and respect people. So I'm looking at him thinking, okay, what's this all about? And at the time I wasn't really thinking about what he really meant, and I didn't understand it fully. And then I realised that I love people so much, love them so much, but I also realised that it got to the point where I was loving them more than I was loving myself, and my boundaries were getting crossed because I was putting other people first before me. So then the love for myself started to disappear, because if my bedtime was at this time and then I was still on the phone talking to a person, or if I was putting someone else first before my own needs, then was I really loving myself first? So once I started to turn down the noise on the outside world, and I started to put me first in my life, things started to feel so much better. And I'd just say, you know what, put yourself first. And I'd also say, please don't be that missing piece, because you do have a unique role to play in life. Remember the role that God gave you and designed you to be. Whatever your dream was, whatever it was, just go there and do it, you know. Pray about it and be that person that you was called to be. Don't be shy. We need you. Anyway, if you do feel like you want to come to the Mustard Seed Fellowship, you are super welcome, and I can drop the link if you are interested. Hope to hear from you soon, and thank you again for watching this video.